that she didn't know whether it was intentional or not intentional, but her junior sister really dressed so well. The suitor that came for her senior sister's hand in marriage is now interested in her. Will she agree to marry him? Until she asks the person for forgiveness, that is when she can have her child. And after asking questions, she was told that it is her senior sister. Story time, story time. This is the story of what a sister did to her sister. After listening to this story, you have a lot to learn from this story. So this lady said that 20 years ago, when she was still in secondary school, that she had a tutor that was coming for her then. Now, this tutor always come to their village whenever she's back from school. So then she was in secondary school and she was staying at the school hostel. So this young man told her that he wants to marry her, that she should agree for him to come and see his people. You know, now she said then that secondary school girls have one kind of guy, and they have the kind of way they carry themselves then. So she was really doing guy for the man until after 2 terms, and now she now agreed and told the man that he can come and see her people. Now, on the day the guy came with his father, came with his kindred. Now, on that very particular day, that her junior sister also came back home, because it was during the holidays, that her junior sister was called to come and serve them. That she didn't know whether it was intentional or not intentional, but her junior sister really dressed so well and was walking so majestically when she went to serve the visitors. But she not notice all these things. She was just inside waiting for when she will be called upon to come and say yes or no if they should accept the visitors. So when she just noticed that when her junior sister served them and came back, that she noticed that it took a very long time before she was called. When she waited for too long, she came outside and met her mother and now asked her mother, why is it taking so long for them to call me? It was then that her mother told her that she too should not know, that she had been hearing voices from the Obu. You understand? Because the Obu, olden days Obu used to be very far from the main building. Okay, it's olden days parlor. They call it Obu, where they receive and accept visitors. So the mother told her that she had been hearing voices, her father quarreling, the kindred quarreling, everybody just raising voices, that she don't know what's really happened or what is really happening. So she should hold on, that maybe later her father will now come and tell them what is happening, or we call her to come and accept the visitors or not. So this quarrel really took a very long time until the father angrily came outside and told the visitors to go out of his compound, that they should leave his compound. So that was when she now realized that this is now serious. When the visitors now saw that her father was very angry, they now left their compound, and her father was so angry that night her father did not say any word and could not even eat his dinner. It was next morning that her father called her to his Obu in a very calm tone and called her mother as well, and now told them what happened. That their visitors yesterday came for their first daughter's hand in marriage, but when their second daughter came to serve them, that after her junior sister served the visitors, that her tutor now whispered something to his father. After her tutor whispered something to his father, they excused themselves and went outside and talked for a very long time. It took so long that they had to call their attention that it is getting late. What are they discussing? Is there any problem? That was when they now broke the news to them. What is that? That her tutor said he is no longer interested in her, that he now wants her junior sister's hand in marriage. She said that she could not believe her ears. She could not believe her ears, because this same tutor would have for months until she agreed, and now she has agreed, allowed him to come to see her people. She have already informed her friends, told them that she's getting married. She have already done so many things preparing for the marriage. Now her tutor said he is no longer interested in her, that he now wants to marry out of every woman her junior sister. What is the meaning of that? What does he mean? He now asked her father, "Father, is it ever done?" Her father said, "I don't have anything to say until it is something you will agree. And again, we have not asked your junior sister if she wants to marry him." Do you understand? So this really caused her to be so sad. And that was when her junior sister was called on. When her junior sister came, they told her junior sister what happened, that the suitor that came for her senior sister's hand in marriage is now interested in her. Will she agree to marry him? That her junior sister's response really shocked her. Her junior sister responded, yes. Yes, she asked her, yes, hope you know that this man came for my hand in marriage, and I will be telling you about this man, how he has been wooing me, begging me to marry him, and now I have agreed. You now said you will allow him to marry you. Now you are told that he wants to marry you and not me, knowing fully well that he has left me, so that promised to marry your senior sister, said he's no longer interested in your senior sister, that he wants to marry you, and you said yes, that you marry him. That her junior sister started raising her voice. Will everything be you? Will everything be done for you? What do you want? He said he wants me. Will you force him to marry you? That her junior sister's words really shocked her. Being that she's not a troublesome person right from her childhood, with tears, she told her junior sister, if this is what you want, no problem, you can marry him. And her father asked her, are you sure of what you are saying? She said, Papa, I don't want any problem in this house. I don't want to have any issue in this house. I don't want misunderstanding, and I don't want quarrels. If my junior sister said out of all the men in this world that it's my suitor that she's interested in, that she can go ahead and have him. And this was her last words, and she left her father's obu that day, went to her bed and started crying because she already loved the guy. Few days later, her father also called her again, asked her again, and she still insisted if her junior sister said she wants to marry her suitor, that she can have him. So that was when her father said, no problem, since you have concluded, you have made up your mind, no problem, because she also told her father that she cannot force the man on her, that it is the man's choice to marry who he wants to marry. If the man said he don't want to marry her again, will she force herself on the man? Since the man said he now wants to marry her junior sister, there is no problem about it, because I cannot force myself on a man. And that is the last word she told her father, and her father now let her be. She said that what her father did next really shocked her. That her father invited her suitor and told him that he will not allow him to come into his family and divide his children for him. That since initially he came for the first daughter's hand in marriage, and when he now saw his second daughter and changed his mind on two sisters, that he will not allow him to go and cause problems between his two daughters that are sisters, that he should not bother. He should find himself another wife from another family, but not from his family. Now, before he could finish what he's saying, her junior sister ran into the obu, was crying and begging her father that he should please consider this. That this is one very big thing she have asked of him, that please, if the man said he wants to marry her, that he should give them their consent. But her father said no, and they again walked out of them and told them to leave her compound. The next day, the suitor's dad came and met the father, and they talked at length. After they talked at length, he left. His father now told them that the man came to talk to him, that please, that his son meant well, that his son did not mean any harm to his family, that he should please tamper Johnson's with mercy, that he has asked his son, and his son said that it was a mistake, that please he should allow him to marry the junior sister, that he promised that he would be a very good son-in-law, and so many other things. After the discussion, the man left, and again she begged her father to please allow her junior sister to marry who she has chosen for herself, and that was how and why the father agreed to allow them to marry. So she said that on the day of the bride price, that she did not get herself, that she was so down, she really cried, that it really hurt her, but she did not allow anybody to notice that she was sad. And that was how her junior sister married her supposed to be husband. Now, exactly 1 year later, another man came for her hand in marriage, and again she got married to the man. That this is 20 years now. That for over 20 years, her junior sister got married to her supposed to be husband, that they have not had any child. Initially, she thought it's just something that is medical. She did not know that it's something attached to it. That few months ago, her junior sister called her and told her that she and her husband will come and visit them. She said no problem. And again, this is the first time since her junior sister got married to her husband, her and her husband are coming to her house. She said no problem, that you guys can come. Now, on the day they came with fowl, they came with yam, they came with wine as well, and came with drinks. That immediately her junior sister entered her compound and saw her, she fell down and was crying and crying and crying, begging her, "Sister, please forgive me. Sister, please forgive me. I have wronged you. I am sorry." That she was confused. Where is this one from? Wrong me how? You did not wrong me. We have never quarreled. We don't have any problem. What is the problem? That the sister said, "No, you must forgive me." That after her sister cried for me, she said, "Okay, I forgive you, whatever it is, even if you have killed somebody, I forgive you. Can you now stand up? What is the problem?" That was when they now entered the house, and her sister now told her everything. That for 20 years that she had been looking for the fruit of the womb, until she met one prophetess that told her that she really hurt somebody, that the spirit of that person is really against her. Until she asked the person for forgiveness, that is when she can have her child. And after asking questions, she was told that it is her senior sister, that her senior sister did not do anything or say anything against her, but her spirit, that is her senior sister's spirit, is against her. And that is why they have come to beg her to forgive them. Now the husband now spoke up and now told her that he is also sorry, that he now realized that he really hurt her. Initially, he came for her own hand in marriage, but got confused and carried away when he saw a younger girl that came to serve them, and now became confused. Now, her junior sister now confessed to her, telling her that yes, that she intentionally dressed so fine to know if she can entice her suitor, that she was jealous that her senior sister is getting married before her, even though she knew that she is more beautiful than her senior sister. So that is why she had to dress her best and walk majestically, and again it really worked out. That everything she planned worked out for her, and her supposed to be husband now became confused, and that was how she was able to confuse the man to marry her. That everything was her plan, that she should forgive her, that she was just jealous that she is the one that is more beautiful. Why is it that she, her elder sister that is not that beautiful, is getting married before her? That everything she did was out of jealousy, that she should please forgive her. She said that she had this thing and broke down in tears. It reminded her of what she passed through, psychological trauma, the emotional trauma, everything, that she passed through a lot of things. Caricature friends in the village started making mockery of her, telling her that someone that came to marry her left her and married her junior sister, this and that and this and that. That after all said and done, she decided to forgive her sister and forgive the supposed to be husband, and they made peace and they forgave themselves. This is 6 months this thing happened, and since then that she has been praying for God to forgive her sister and give her her own children. So she wants to share this story for people to learn from this. If you have a sibling, whether a sister or a brother, please stop being unnecessarily jealous over your siblings' achievements or what they want to achieve. Your sister's achievements, they are yours. Your brother's achievements are yours. And again, if you're a young man, please stop deceiving young girls. If you know who you promised marriage, try and fulfill up your promise. Meet up to your promises. It is not good to promise somebody something and not fulfill it, whereas this is what you promised. I hope you have learned a lot from this story. My name is Queenette. Please feel free to come to our DM if you have something to share. If you have a problem in your marriage or relationship, I'm just a DM away. Let us know what you also learned from this story in the comment section. See you in our next story. Bye for now.